Coming up in this episode of Behind the Sound.
If I've wanted to get something done, I've got it done. I coined the phrase, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Be a man of action and not just words. So I've been like that from day one.
It's going down, people gather around. Grab a mic, let's rap, it's behind the sound. It's going down, people gather around. Grab a mic, let's rap, it's behind the sound. Check it. In the building. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce to you Jake, the one, Peacock. The champ is here, the champ is here. Muay Thai, go wild, got the fans in here. The champ is here, the champ is here. Most high won't die, cause the champ is here, yeah. The champ is here, the champ is here. Muay Thai, go wild, got the fans in here. The champ is here, the champ is here. Most high won't die, cause the champ is here, yeah. Jake Lee, Karate Kid in the building. Unique abilities, people, can you feel me? Kickboxing, the competition, the KOs. Faithful entrepreneur, a head coach. Never seen a champ in the game so fly. Unless you in the camp, Dunamis Muay Thai. One punch, got his left arm cocked. Work hard, work smart, and think outside of the box, yeah. The champ is here, the champ is here. Muay Thai, go wild, got the fans in here. The champ is here, the champ is here. Most high won't die, cause the champ is here, yeah. The champ is here, the champ is here. Muay Thai, go wild, got the fans in here. The champ is here, the champ is here. Most high won't die, cause the champ is here, yeah. Peace. Jake Lee, baby. Knocking mother the out. What is up, people? Welcome to this episode of Behind the Sound. I am super excited about this one. This man right now is a two-time WBC Canadian champ, North American champ, former European champion. And when I met him for the first time, just all around dope dude. I just like, when you hear him speak and the words that come out of his mouth, just the most positive energy and an inspirational person that you could imagine. And really grateful to have him on the show. He is also recently signed to one championship. He is a pro MMA fighter, and I'm just so excited to have him on the show. When you see him, some people might say, and he's also said himself, that he has a disability, and that's 100% true. I will also say that and use those words. Disability to knock you the fuck out. Okay, my man will fuck you up, and I love that. That was one of the most recent posts that I saw him speak to some comments. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Jake Peacock. How are you, my man?
Thanks for having me on, brother. It's
Thank
great
you for
to be
coming.
here. Quality setup you've got here, and I haven't seen you in a bit of time, so thanks for having me.
It's good to see you, man. I appreciate you. A lot has happened since I've seen you.
Gee, a lot's happened. I asked RJ to come out and rap my walkout song, make a walkout song up as well. You wrote me a walkout song, and you rapped it November of 2022, I think it was, right before the tournament for the Road to One, and you rapped me to the ring, performing that song, and it was absolutely quality. It brought the house down. People were talking about it for weeks after, like they'd never seen anyone walk to the ring with a rapper, and you're just quality, your style, your swag, the lyrics were brilliant. So I had a fantastic time with that. And so last time I saw you was that. Then I got signed to one championship, and here we are now.
I appreciate you, man. That was such a fun experience for me. When you asked me to do that, I'm like 1000% yes, that's light work. Let's fucking do it. Came out to Calgary. You're the one who brought the house down. I think, people were surprised to see, oh my God, you could hear rumblings in the background like, this guy brought his own fucking rapper out? This guy brought a rapper with him? But, your performance, like always, just absolutely destroyed. And what I loved about that experience is the manifestation of one championship. Obviously, we were there. It was for the Road to One. And I think it was like a semifinal round or something, right?
That was actually right before they announced the Road to One. So I knew, having won that I'd be in the Road to One tournament. And I think that night they did the draws for the semifinals.
Word. Yeah. And then you were like,
you know, obviously one was on your radar already as a promotion that you wanted to fight with.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And you had mentioned to me that that was something you wanted. I was trying to like put it in my brother's ear. They don't really, you know, I don't have any say in that. But I think us talking about that and you putting those words out there, I just knew it was a matter of time before you were out there. And now you've had your one debut. Tell me what that experience was like.
Oh, it's phenomenal. You couldn't have asked for a better one, really. Went out there, got the job done, made it look easy. And to be fair, it was easy. But I put in the work, a lot of hard work over the years and leading up to this fight. I didn't care who was in front of me that night. I was going to get the job done. I wasn't going to disappoint. I had a lot of people backing me and support. My sport's been phenomenal, and my family and my fans and my team, I would never let them down. So I knew going out there that I was going to get the win.
What was the experience like fighting out in Thailand? You know, where there's I think a different atmospheric pressure. There's probably different things that go into your camp leading into that fight. I don't know if you're training specifically for the fighter who's in front of you, or if it doesn't fucking matter who's in front of you, or if you're even looking at tape and stuff like that leading into it. What was different in your preparation for this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm never too big on like game planning because Mike Tyson said it best. Everyone has a game plan until they get punched in the face, right?
100%.
That changes when you're in there. But I do look at, I watch a little bit of tape of my opponent in the first week of knowing who I'm going to fight. And I see what their strengths are, where their weaknesses are. And I make a general plan around that. But at the end of the day, when I go in there, I've got to recognize where I need to take the fight, and I'm going to take it there, and I'm going to be the best in that area, and I'm going to get the job done. Going out to Thailand, we went 10 days early to climatize. So it was different. The heat. I was training for those last 10 days as well, and the heat was different.
That's different.
It was different, man. Like,
have you felt heat like that before? Anywhere?
I've been in heat like that.
Yeah.
But I haven't trained in heat like that.
Okay.
And it's outside, right? And PK Sancho was the gym that I got hooked up with. They're open gym, obviously. It's outside.
Jeez.
And they had me training at 2 p.m., the heat of the day.
Right.
So it was tough to adjust to. It took 2 or 3 days of training to adjust to that.
Right. Which is also, what, 11 p.m., right, for you?
Yeah, the time difference is nuts as well. Yeah, what is it? Yeah. It's somewhere like that. Like it's
14 hours or whatever, 15 hours?
1 a.m.
Yeah.
Would have been 1 a.m.
1 a.m.?
Would it have been? Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so leading into the trip, were you training at night? Because you probably don't train that late, right?
I wasn't.
Okay.
No. I was keeping my same schedule.
Yeah.
But as soon as we landed in Thailand, it took a day and a half to settle in and adjust. And then we're back on track.
Yeah.
Just took a couple of days for the sleep to get used to the sleep schedule. But
right.
Other than that, it was good. I got there super early, so I was ready
Well,
to
whatever
rock.
happened, like we were saying off camera, it didn't fucking matter.
Didn't matter. It doesn't
Got the
matter.
W.
Doesn't matter. Find a way.
And so this is you're a kickboxer, right? I said MMA in the intro, but that wasn't an MMA fight. Was that
No,
a kick?
no, it was Muay Thai. Muay Thai.
That was Muay Thai.
Yeah,
Okay.
Muay Thai.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so are there what disciplines do you train in?
I train Muay Thai and kickboxing,
Yeah.
but I'm signed to one championship for Muay Thai. But I did let them know after my debut, I'm like, get me in there ASAP. I was good to go. I was fresh. I could have gone the next weekend.
Unreal.
So I said, get me in there again ASAP. I'm ready to go, and I'll fight kickboxing rules, whatever's open first, right? So
Let's
I'm
go.
up for it. I just won't do MMA. There's too much to learn in that. I'm not well versed in the grappling side of things, but
Yeah.
But anything else, man? I'd even take a boxing fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they want to put me in a boxing fight, I saw they did one the other week with someone.
Yeah.
I'd do it. You know, I just want to scrap.
So what was the difference with one of the things at one that is unique is the weight cut,
Right.
Is that something do you cut a lot of weight leading into your fights or?
Yeah, I don't typically cut a lot of weight compared to some people. Like some of my teammates, like Quinn, he can cut like 30, 40 pounds
Jesus.
over a good like 3 months.
Crazy.
I don't do that. And in this fight, because I was worried about the hydration, my first time doing it, the hydration testing and all that, I made sure I was just in the best shape possible. My diet was on point for 2 months. I was as lean as I've ever been. I was in tip-top shape, yeah. I had no issues. I took my I call him the Doc TJ. I took him out there. He's my nutritionist. He came out to Thailand with us, and he held it down for me on the nutrition side of things and weight cut. So we were golden.
Right. But you also stay ready. I think some
I'm
guys
ready,
in
yeah.
between fights are, letting go 30, 40 pounds, right?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen you without a six pack. Like you stay ready.
No, yeah, I should bring Quinn on the camera here. Quinn can go from 155 to 205.
What?
Oh man, give it 3 weeks. The boy's at 205 if he lets himself go.
That sounds like me, bro.
Is it?
Bro, I ate McDonald's last night. I gained fucking 3 pounds. I weighed myself this morning. I finished my son's Grimace shake. I'm like, how the fuck did I gain 3
No
pounds
way.
this morning? I'm
the
44
sodium.
too.
It's the sodium.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll just,
It'll come out.
fall off.
Come out.
Yeah.
You're looking trim.
Thank you. So what was that experience like though? Can you tell us the difference between like a regular weight cut versus a hydration test with one championship?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit stressful because you got to pee hydrated, but you got to make weight as well. So it's as simple as that. It's stressful. You're trying to weigh in, let's just say 10 pounds lighter than you walk around at, and they test you before you even touch the scale. You've got to pee in a cup, and they dip something into a cup like a litmus test, and they read your hydration readings. And you got to test hydrated. So there's a couple guys that failed on the card actually. The main event, or what was supposed to be the co-main event, sorry, Jonathan DeBella, he failed hydration, I believe, and the fight was called off.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's quite stressful.
What's your take on that? Did you like it? Is that safer in the end for fighters to not be cutting that kind of weight and fighting?
It's a great concept.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the scientific background behind this, but I think it would be a lot smarter to do blood test hydration because you can cheat the hydration test. What a lot of guys do, and it makes it worse for everyone. Let's say I walk around at 165 and my fight's at 145. I'll cut that 20 pounds in water and I'll cut an extra 2 pounds and then chug a liter of water, which is 2 pounds. A liter of water weighs 2 pounds. And then when I get to the weigh-ins, I pee hydrated, but really I'm 20 pounds down, right?
Interesting. So you can.
So I think if you test blood, it's a better way of testing hydration. But it's a great concept. People should fight within their regular weight. You know what I mean? If I walk around at 160, fight at 155.
Yeah.
If I walk around at 150, fight at 145. That kind of thing.
Yeah. What do you walk around at?
I walk around at 155. 153.
Yeah. And you fight 145?
145,
Yeah. So that's
so
not a huge
I'm
cut.
with it. Yeah, no, it's easy. It's
Yeah.
easy. It's no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
How did you get into the fight game?
My mum put me in martial arts when I was 7.
Yeah.
Learned self-defense, living in Southeast London. She wanted me to know how to handle myself.
Yeah.
Good extracurricular as well. I was always, running around playing Power Rangers in the house and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Let's go.
Yeah,
You
that
look
was
like
me.
a Power Ranger, bro.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
The Green
Power
Ranger.
Yeah, Green Ranger.
Yeah.
So and I loved it. I took a liking to it right away, and then started competing like a couple years later.
Yeah.
And just
At
went
the
from
age
there.
of what?
10.
Really?
Yeah, karate. Yeah, sport karate. It was touch contact, sport karate. Then I wanted something more. It wasn't enough. I wanted more contact. So I got into Kyokushin karate, which is a full contact karate.
Yeah.
I did really well in that, traveled around the world and even went to worlds in Tokyo. And then I wanted something more because in Kyokushin karate, it's bare knuckle. You can punch and kick everywhere, but you can't punch the face. And I wanted something more. I found Muay Thai. To me, it's the pinnacle of combat sports and stand-up combat sports. It's the ultimate sport. And found Muay Thai and went from there.
What do you think it is about a 10-year-old that knows you want to fucking punch someone in the face? Like what was it that drove you to be like, okay, this is great, but I want more?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've just built different, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I grew up facing some adversity here and there, and I think it made me strong-willed. I think it made me tough, and I've been a go-getter from day one. If I've wanted to get something done, I've got it done. I coined the phrase "be about it." Don't talk about it, be about it. If you're gonna do something, or if you say you're gonna do something, do it. Be a man of action and not just words. So I've been like that from day one.
100%. I'm a big fan of that. We were just talking about that in the studio the other day. A lot of the guys that talk about it are the big ting guys.
Yeah.
are not about it.
Yeah, no,
you know
not
what I
about
mean?
it, yeah.
It's like, I would rather, you're going to know that I'm doing that when you see me fucking doing that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I appreciate that about you. That's really dope.
Yeah.
And so you got into competition right away. And were you just like, were you undefeated? Did you just keep winning and winning? And like, what is your record at right now?
I won a lot when I was a kid. I remember even in my teen years, I hadn't lost in so long. I remember turning to my dad before a tournament and I said to him, I kind of hope I lose. It was the North American Championships in Montreal.
Yeah.
I said, it was karate, Kyokushin karate. I said to him in the hotel room, I feel weird, Dad. I kind of want to lose just so I remember what losing feels like, because I won so much.
Yeah.
And I hadn't lost in years. I couldn't remember the last time I lost. I was just annihilating people.
How old were you at that point?
I was 17.
Okay.
And I did lose. I won a few, and then I came up against a Russian. I beat one of the Russians, and then I fought an American guy, beat him, Canadian guy, beat him, and then I came against the Russian's training partner. Yeah. And he was a lot bigger, and he's really slick, and he won on points, and I lost. That was my first fight that I lost in a while, and I handled it fine. It was good for me to realize, like, to be motivated again, right? That was kind of what I was after. Like, I need to know what losing feels like. Can I handle it? And what am I going to be like? And is it going to light a fire under my bum? And it did. I didn't want to get complacent, right? So, and professionally now in Muay Thai, I'm 12-1.
12-1.
And
So
10 KOs.
10 KOs.
Always get that in for everyone listening.
Sheesh, bro.
Yeah.
So have you forgotten what it's like to lose now?
No. I've kept it fresh. Kept it fresh in the mind. I lost 3 years ago to Niall McGreevy, or 2 years ago to Niall McGreevy, defending the European title in London. Yeah. Big, tall Irish guy, great quality fighter. He's actually the international WBC champ right now. He just won a few weeks ago. So he's quality opponent, but I lost fair and square. He outpointed me, and I'm motivated from that, and I've grown a lot from it. I'm very honest with myself, and I don't have a coach, right? So I have to be very honest with myself. If I want to develop and I want to survive in this sport, not just survive, thrive in the sport, I have to go back to the drawing board and be very brutally honest with myself, and look at where I'm slacking, where I'm lacking, where I'm good, where I can be great. And I need to be like that for myself, because I don't have someone doing that for me.
Mm-hmm. How come you don't have a coach?
I opened a gym, and it's been a blessing, because, it's been hard, but a lot of fighters, they have their career and then they open a gym. Fortunately, I had no intention of fighting professionally. I opened a gym to train professionals, and then so now I have like a base income, and I can train freely and fight freely without worrying about trying to make money. As we were talking about earlier, you do it for the love of the sport. You're not necessarily going to make a lot of money. So this has been very helpful for me, having, my salary come from the gym and then being able to fight, and that's just bonus stuff, right? Right. So that's been great for me. But at the same time comes with its challenges. I'm planning classes. I'm planning the development of the gym.
You're a business owner.
Yeah, the business owner, development of each of the individuals in the gym, because I care. I care about people at my gym and their development. My fight team, I plan their stuff. I'm always thinking about all the guys and where they need to develop and their careers. And so it's been a lot. I'm constantly planning stuff. And then I have to plan my own stuff. I have to plan my own training, development. I recently just got a strength and conditioning coach, because I'm done trying to do that myself as well. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but it's all paying off. It's all paid off, and I'm where I'm at. I'm where I am today because of that hard working mindset that I've forged.
That's really cool, man. And when you talk about being built different, I think it's also doing things differently and having a different mindset. Yeah. And you're right. I think the pattern and of what we've seen and experience is that, okay, you fight and you retire, and then you have a gym and you kind of live off of that if you can. But now you've sort of built your own business and world-class facility to train out of, and surrounded yourself in this environment that you can, your day job, you're immersed in fight in the game still. Yeah, it's unique. It's unique. I think that, do you think that gives you a unique, you've given yourself the opportunity for a unique advantage?
Yeah, like look, as you're speaking like that and just explaining all of that, I don't usually take a step back and look at it like that, but it really is unique. There's not a lot of people doing that. It is tough. It comes with its challenges,
Of course.
and you've got to be a certain person to be able to thrive in that kind of setup. But it's worked for me, and honestly, it's all God's work. I couldn't, looking back at all of that, I would never have told you I'd be here today. Fighting for one championship. I've always been ambitious, but I would never have been able to tell you 7 years ago, this is what the gym was going to look like. This is where I'd be in my career, and this is how well I'd be doing.
Yeah.
So all God's work.
Yeah. So has faith always been a big part, or did something happen in your life that you sort of, sometimes something traumatic in our lives can lead us to finding faith? Was there something like that for you, or was it just always a piece that was integral in what you were doing?
That's a great question. I was born into a Christian family, but I wasn't a Christian till I was 18 years old. I struggled a lot with my identity. I had a lot of people making fun of me growing up, and the staring, the comments, and even now. I mean, go on my last post and there's about 2,000 comments, and 1/3 of them are just outrageously rude and hurtful, right? And I grew up as a kid hearing all that stuff all the time. That was tough.
Yeah.
That was really tough on me. And I struggled to find, my identity. So I got into fighting. I started doing well. I started doing really well. Like I said, I didn't lose for a long time. People would know me as Jake the Fighter, and I got some attention from that. And I actually took a step away from fighting. I said, I'm never fighting again because I found God, and I needed to step away from fighting to find God and to realize that my identity comes from him and not who I am as a fighter or what I look like. So I stopped fighting completely for a couple of years, didn't touch the sport, didn't step into a gym. And then when I came back to it, miraculously, because I'd found God and I was content with who I was, I became the best fighter, the best version of me I could be because of that. So that happened around 18, 19 years old, and just progressed from there, really.
Unreal. How did you lose your arm? Were you born?
I was just born like that.
Okay.
Yeah, born like that. I think a band of the amniotic sac got wrapped around it as I was growing, a fetus, and it just stopped it from growing.
And it really is a unique ability. Would you say, because the way you fucking knock guys out, man, like 10 out of 12 knockouts, it's insane, the record that you're continuing to build and watching you fight. Would you say that it's almost like when you don't have one of your senses, your other senses are amplified? Do you do you feel like that's what it is? Like some people might say you're short one weapon, but are your fucking other weapons like undeniably stronger?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think you're right to some degree there. I've had to think outside the box to do a lot of things. I've had to think outside the box and do things differently and uniquely, and people just ain't seen that before. And the other thing is, I might be lacking the limb, but I make up for it with my mentality and my heart.
100%.
And that's where I'm going to have a lot of guys at the top level. I've seen it. I know them. I've trained with them. I've been around them, and I have the mentality to break them.
I was raised Catholic. I'm a spiritual person now. I don't go to church or anything like that, but I do believe that God, whoever's up there, only gives challenges to those who can accept them. Right. and who can work them into their lives. And I think meeting you for the first time, cornering with Shane Shaolin Campbell, shout out to Shane, another incredible man, an incredible fighter. That was the vibe I got from you immediately. It was like, okay, this he's next level. I hadn't even seen any highlight reels of how good you were at what you do yet.
I don't even think I was fighting at that time.
Well, there was stuff out there already.
Was there?
Yeah. Shane had mentioned it and had shown me a few clips and stuff. Nice. There was already stuff out there. But what you had just spoke to was exactly what I noticed. It was your attitude.
Right.
It was your positivity. It was, that fortitude that you brought around Shane and support for him there. That was just authentically selfless and inspirational. Like that's the only words that I can think of to use.
That.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. It was really cool. I love that about you. And so when you speak to that, it completely makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So What what are you gonna do? What's next? Who the fuck gets knocked out next? And like, is still more building at the gym, and like, what's next on the radar?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting every day. I check my phone for a matchup.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Kieran, my manager, to say, hey, we got a fight, whether it's 4 weeks away or 2 months away.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be fighting this summer is what he's told me. So One Championship matchmakers, I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm just waiting.
Let's go.
I'm
Manong,
patiently
make
waiting.
it happen. That's what I call my brother. That means big brother in
Right.
Filipino for respectfully.
Make it
Even though
happen.
I don't respect his ass that much. I'm just kidding. Make it happen. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for that, and then we're expanding the gym. The gym's going to be double the size by the end of the summer. So it's going to be a busy time coming up.
Cool.
And I've got a baby on the way, another one.
Another one.
Another one.
This is the second one?
It's the third.
This is the third?
It's the third.
Did I miss the second one? You just had the first one when we did that intro, right? Or I don't remember. Okay, so this is your third.
Third, yeah.
You're busy, bro.
Yeah, busy.
How old are
Busy.
they?
3, 1, and 1 on the way in November.
Oh my God, back to back.
Yeah, back to
So when and I have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old, so I know firsthand
you
what
know.
it's like for me. How does that shift what you do?
It's motivating. And it's also a sense of like, I want to come home safe to them as well. Not that I take a lot of damage, but there's always the risk of when you do fight, taking severe damage. So that's my biggest concern, is, coming home safe to my wife and my kids. But it's motivating. I watch my kids watching me, and they look up to me. My boy definitely looks up to me.
You let them watch you fight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and Charlie, he's 3 years old. We've been tuning into One Championship for 3 years now.
Let's go.
Yeah, we watch the fights. He loves it. Daddy knocked the other guy down.
Let's go.
Like this, and he's reenacting stuff. And,
Yeah.
So it's definitely motivating for sure.
Yeah, they're going to end up in the fight game, right? I mean, the whole family. Like,
Probably.
what's it like training with, does your wife still train?
She hasn't trained as much just because the kids, right? And she seems to be pregnant all the time.
Yes.
So she can't catch a break. But,
That's a factor, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But she loves it, and she's good.
Yeah,
She's good.
yeah.
She's good.
Does it change the way you fight? You talk about, the risk that you take on. And I think just in life in general, never mind fighting, as we get older and we have kids, we just naturally reduce the amount of risk. Like I just don't,
Right.
I don't feel good about riding a motorbike anymore.
Right.
And like shit like that,
Right.
that you just would not, as a 23-year-old, you don't fucking think about.
Right.
Does it change the way you fight? Do you take different, less risk in the ring?
No, it doesn't. I think, I've got a good handle on my sport and what I can do. So if anything, I go harder.
Yeah.
Because when you step one foot into some things, is not as good as jumping into it, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of things that, there's a risk factor to. You've either got to be all in or you got to be all out. Putting one foot in and tentatively going into there isn't a good option for you. So you got to go all in. So if anything, I just become more of a savage.
Yeah. Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
What was it about One Championship that you had your eyes set on it?
Oh, great production, global platform, the best fighters in the world. They run a great show. They're professional. It's been great working with them. They're a great platform, and I like the values that Chatri's always spoken about. The values of one and being a martial artist and all of that.
Yeah.
So I've admired that, and I think I fit the role of a One Championship athlete. Not only do I believe that I can hang with the best in the world in the sport, but those morals and those good character, I think I fit that. Right?
Yeah.
And I want to show that and be an inspiration to people.
Yeah. Good for you, man. I agree. I should give a little bit of background too of my connection with One, or my sort of connection with One. My big brother was one of the founders of the organization. How old is the organization?
I don't even know.
15, 17 years ago now, maybe? Something like that? I'm not sure. But one of the original founders was one of the international CEO for many years, stepped away, came back to Edmonton. My dad is, not doing so well. And so we wanted that healthcare and have him around here. So my brother took a role as the president with the Edmonton Elks and has always been consulting with one. And so still with the organization and hopefully bringing more fights now to North America.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it, if they come to North America a little more? That'd be
Denver,
wicked.
Atlanta, let's get it.
Yeah. I hope I'm on one of those US cards.
Yeah.
I think I should be on one of them.
It would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not that I'm a matchmaker, but I thought
No,
that
you
makes
should be,
fucking
because
sense.
I'd be on every fight.
You'd be
card
on every fucking fight. Yeah. Co-main event and main event. I'll make you fight twice a night, bro.
That's
I'm
what
like,
I like.
no
I
one's
can
going to
do
touch
that.
him in the co-main.
I would do that. Yeah.
Let's keep him going for the main. Fuck it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you being on the show. It was so fun to perform that theme song
such a good
with
song.
you, walking out. I hope we get to do that again for something that's upcoming.
Yeah.
And, you're just a real true example of what manifestation looks like and putting your money where your mouth is and making shit happen.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're seeing the success that you're seeing now with One Championship and that you destroyed your debut, because I know that there's just more fucking KOs to come, man.
They're coming.
Yeah,
They're
man.
coming. Ready to rock.
Yeah, good, man. Anything else you want to add that, we haven't talked about that, anyone you want to shout out or...
There's a lot of people
Yeah.
in my life that give me great support.
Ethan, just run the credits. We'll just scroll a bunch of credits here.
Yeah. Scroll the credits.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of people, my family and my team, people that have sponsored me and supported me, my fans. I honestly, I have a lot of support, and I've been blown away by it over the last 2 months here. It's been quite phenomenal. So I'm very, very grateful. Very grateful.
Awesome, man. Your dad, actually, he was in Calgary for that fight, was he not?
Yeah, he was there.
So what's your relationship with your dad? Is he at every fight? Is he a big supporter?
Yeah, he's at most of my fights, like especially local ones. And
Okay.
back in the day, like he used to travel with me. We went to Japan with me and that when I was under 18. And
Cool.
My mum too. She loves them. She loves coming. She's not scared or anything.
Yeah.
She comes to all of them. Loves them.
Dope.
It's my grandma back in England. She watches behind a pillow. She puts a pillow in front of her face. And,
Yeah.
and peeks around and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but your wife doesn't do any of that. She's in
No,
it. She's
my wife feed me to the wolves.
Yeah.
I've said it before. She feed me to the wolves.
Yeah.
She wants me fighting till I'm 50.
Let's go,
Yeah,
baby.
she wants action. She
Yeah,
wants
man.
action. And if I don't perform action online or
Yeah.
on TV,
Yeah.
when I come home, I'm getting it in the kitchen.
Let's go.
She's throwing.
I love
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
love that. Listen, as we wrap up here, I appreciate you being on the show. This brings us to our next segment that I like to do on the show called Studioke Sessions.
all right,
Okay.
all right.
I asked you, if there was anything that you could perform in karaoke, and naturally, you had a good choice. It's your intro theme song that we created for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ethan, run that track.
Run the track. Let me spit a few bars. Hopefully I remember
Okay.
the lyrics.
So, do you need the lyrics? You said you got it, right?
I should have it.
Okay, so we created this 2 years ago, we
Yeah.
said, right? You gave me the call. Can you make me an intro theme song? I'm like,
And
bro,
you didn't even
say
hesitate.
less.
Yeah.
Say less. And you wanted that Karate Kid theme in there, so we remixed it.
That was
Ladies and
wicked.
gentlemen, this is Jake Peacock.
Here we go.
Rapping his own theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The champ is
Here, the champ is here. Muay Thai go wild. Got the fans in here.
Yeah.
Sounded American there. The fans. Hold on. Get the lyrics
Champ
in.
is here, the champ is here.
Muay Thai go wild, got the fans in here.
Here it comes. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Most high won't die, 'cause the champ is
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Jake Lee, Karate Kid in the building. Unique abilities, people, can you feel me?
Yeah.
Kickboxing, the competition, and KOs. Faithful entrepreneur and head coach.
See the
Never
champ
seen
in the
the
game
game
so
so fly.
fly.
Unless you've been in the camp of
Dunamis
Dunamis
Muay
Muay Thai.
Thai.
One hand,
Left
got his
up.
left arm cut. Work hard, work
Think
smart.
outside of the box.
Think outside
Yes.
of the box.
Let's go.
That's American.
Let's go.
That's American. Don't play that for my UK fans.
You killed that, man. You killed that. Listen, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for
on the
having me,
show.
bro.
You're a superstar, man. I appreciate you making the time to come here. It's been an honor rocking alongside with you. Let's fucking do it again.
Let's do it, bro.
Appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes.
Did I kill the rap
Yes.
or what?
You killed it. You killed it.